India's glitzy G20 presidency ending with a gavel handed over to Brazil. The group's joint declaration avoided condemning Russia's war on Ukraine, but the inclusion of the African Union into the grouping was seen as a major achievement.
I think this is a really good move, and again, India should be complimented for championing it, but they got support from the other countries.
On climate, the G20 vowed to triple renewable energy capacity and scale up financing from billions to trillions of dollars. This even as the $100 billion promised by the Western countries every year to help developing countries mitigate climate impact is still nowhere in sight. G20 now has its own mechanism on climate finance. So does that mean that the $100 billion promise from the West or the developed countries is pretty much dead now?
I don't think it is a question of are you writing off this 100 billion which was promised earlier. Both will have its own role to play because climate issues attain great sense of urgency.
The other big push at this year's G20 by countries like India was for bigger, better, more effective multilateral institutions. And the joint declaration says that significant work is being done to help unlock at least $200 billion of additional lending capacity through these banks over the next decade. But more immediate action is lacking, say experts.
I would have expected it that there is a roadmap, a very clear roadmap given to ensure that the multilateral development banks are recapitalized and their ability to provide concessional finance to these countries in need actually goes up. We haven't seen very much of a movement there.
On the sidelines of the summit, a major announcement to construct a large rail and shipping corridor linking India to the Middle East and Europe. Some say this is a direct counter to China's Belt and Road initiative to build infrastructure across the world. An action plan is expected in the next 2 months.